Hey guys, welcome to Mod TV. We're here with Dr. Max today at Pasadena Bentley Rusnak. My name is Clint, I'm the brand manager, and today we have a few special cars for you. We have the brand new, all redesigned Flying Spur. It is larger, longer wheelbase than the old edition, and it comes with all the new technology in the car. Rotating screen, heads-up display, adaptive cruise control. Right here we have one of the new GTs, which is also all redone. But this one in particular is special because it's one of 100. It's the #1 edition. There's only 100 in the world, and only 20 of them made it to the States. So this is a gem right here. So Dr. Max, this car is one of the 100. It is very, very special car. Why don't you go ahead and sit on in and take a look here. Thank you. Of course, you got the nice airtight closed doors. You got the upgraded sound system in this car. And I'm going to come around and show you the special screen it has in it. No other brand makes this car with this. So when you turn this on, look at this screen here. It matches the veneer, then it rotates, and you have a nice 12.9-inch screen. Then if you push this button here, and I love this about Bentley, staying classic, true analog, and a piece of the original first racing car that they've ever had. You got a stopwatch, so when you want to, drag race people, your 0 to 60, you have that, and of course your temperature. All the knobs in here are gold, which is special to this #1 edition. And you can see on here, it gives you the one of 100, the 100 Centennial version of this particular car. You have an upgraded Bang & Olufsen system, which is optional. You have the stitching, which is not contrast, and instead of the stitching for the Bentley, you have it embossed in the doors, in the headrest, all that good stuff. And you also have the #1 here. This Côte d'Ivoire is a special thing that you can get on most cars, but it's very expensive, and it comes standard with this vehicle. Now, what's really great, the top coming down, I want you to see if you can hear it even coming down.
Great.
It's very quiet. You can do this going up to 30 miles an hour. It's so well made.
Very neat.
And there you go.
Neat, excellent car.
You don't even need to dry your hair in the morning.
All these are gold plated, everything?
They're gold plated on this particular one here. I've never seen it on any other Bentley. Now with the new technology they put in here, you have your own climate control here. I have mine here. If we go back to the regular screen and you push the fan button there, you can turn it left and right and it pops up here. If you want the fan, you just turn that. It's all at the touch of a hand. It makes it very easy. You have ventilated and heated seats. You have massage seats, which is great. And I'm going to push my little button. If you look up here on the screen, well, it's perfect for that LA traffic, right? So I push this button here. It comes on. You have wave, pulse, stretch, lumbar, shoulder. So it is very relaxing. It's not one of those massages that just barely tap you. It actually is very good. Keeps the blood flowing while you're sitting in the vehicle. It's a very comfortable car. Sought after all over the world. I've had people call me from Brazil wanting this car, and you can't export these cars. So one
Brazil right now.
one lucky buyer is going to have this, and this is one of the cars that will actually appreciate in value down the road.
So this car you can get custom made too, huh?
Absolutely. So what's really cool, if you see this silver lining and this veneer, for the first time ever, you can get the top a different veneer if you wanted to have 2 different colored veneers on here. Typically, I like to stick with one, and I think it looks great with the silver lining on it. But the technology in the new GTs, especially this car, is amazing. The old ones had a backup camera and Bluetooth. That was it. You have so many options on this car now with the adaptive cruise control. You can raise and lower the car. You have your sport mode if you want. Now, if you want to hear it start, we could do that.
Sure.
If I put your foot on the brake there, sir. Now, this is a W12, 628 horsepower, 0 to 60, 3.8 seconds. Now, listen to the exhaust when I put it in sport. So if you look here, I will put this on the car. And as you can see, we're in Bentley Dynamics mode. Now I could raise it up, but it'll automatically change that tune to a nice low growl. This is what I drive in all the time. Probably not the most efficient way to drive it, but I like to be the first one at the next stoplight. So what's also great with this car is you have the surround view cameras. If I close my door, oh, probably shouldn't do that. You can see them there. You have traction control, which you can take off if you are a race car driver. Otherwise, I would not suggest doing that because the power of this thing will launch you. Now, besides sport, you also have comfort, which will soften the shocks for you. Personally, it's a little soft for me, but it depends on how you like to drive. Then you have custom, where you can edit everything on the car, from where it revs up to where the suspension is, anything of that sort. It's very customizable. Now, this car also has, what's really cool is the Ambience mood lighting. So what's cool about this is that you can kind of see here, it's a little hard with the glare, but it's the lines in here that accentuate this car. You can change from blue to green to orange, and then for your feet and the pockets of the car, you can change it to a different color if you like. And it shows you kind of what it'll look like up here. Now, if you don't like the vibrant, you can go down to muted and it will change the colors a little bit. So you basically have 16 options per the lines and the pockets of the car.
So how many colors do you have other than the black? Any color?
For this particular model, you have two. You have black and then you have British Racing Green, which is also a very sexy color on the car. Now, if you're just doing a regular GT, you have 15 standard colors, and then you have over 100 colors you can choose from. But check this, if your wife's nail polish is her favorite color in the world, you can send that to them and they'll paint the car into that color.
Custom made, huh?
Absolutely. You would like your name put on the veneer, you can do that. There was a guy who had a tree fall down in his backyard that has been in his generations for 10 generations. He shipped that over and they made the veneer in the car with it. There's nothing they won't do. Now, if you notice behind you, you have a nice little vent here. Now, that's called the warm scarf. So if it's a little chilly, but you want the top down and you got the windows up, you have nice warm air blowing down your neck. You don't need that as much in Southern California, but occasionally. Now, where would you go in the first time in this car?
Newport Beach.
Newport Beach, all right, not a bad spot. It's got to be beach or wine country, that's what I say. It has parallel park assist too, so if you have trouble parallel parking, you can just turn this on and it'll tell you how to go ahead and do it there, which is very nice.
It's a nice feature.
Now, also what's cool with this, if you look at the screen up here, let's see, it's all digital, so you could have your navigation right there. You just take away the tachometer and does all that good stuff. And another cool feature, if I can find it up here, you do have night vision as well. So what's good about the night vision is this. If it's a foggy, a guy told me he was going through the Grapevine, it was very foggy, he got behind a semi-truck, he had the adaptive cruise control on to keep pace for that truck, had the night vision so he could see it, and it just followed all along. He didn't have to do anything. He knew that semi-truck knows where it was going, so it was a safe trip. There is a launch mode on this car, but I can't tell you that unless you buy it.
That's a special, huh?
It is. Now you have all your easy buttons here for your phone, of course.
So that's the other one, the phone.
The phone, they got Bluetooth. I love playing my music through my Bluetooth. It does have Apple CarPlay, Android Play, all that kind of good stuff. You have your navigation as well. And if you want to have a split screen, you can do that so you still have your other things here. So this is just kind of a quick, resource. But if you go to the home page here, you have 3 different options. And you can customize these options if you want. So if you don't really need to know your car, what mode it's in, because it's saying it's right here, you can configure it. But each of these have separate screens in it as well. So you can scroll through it. So it makes it very easy. You probably want your phone, maybe navigation, and then your radio. Right here we have a GT V8 with the orange flame, as you can see. This is also a first edition package on this car, which you can only get the first year that you build it. And 0 to 60, 3.8 seconds. It's got over 546 horsepower in this car. It comes with special stitching. Same thing as a Flying Spur in the sense of the rotating screen, adaptive cruise control, surround view cameras, all that good stuff. Now, Bentley also has an SUV, if you haven't heard. It's been out for a few years, but this one just came out. It's the design series. If you look at the wheels, that is the most obvious point that you can tell of the design series. It's special aesthetically, but as far as the technology in the car and performance, it's the same as the rest of the Bentegas, which is awesome. Take a look around. Hope you enjoy.